A day in the life of an Eastern Michigan college student is full of activity. The commute to campus, classroom lectures, due dates, and countless hours of studying are just a few of the things the average college student stresses over. As difficult as it may seem to maneuver through our daily schedules on campus, behind our every move is a dirty job that makes EMU a clean learning environment for everyone. Maintaining and supporting the campus of Eastern Michigan University is a huge undertaking. Most of the responsibility falls on the men and women of the physical plant. Located on the north side of campus, on Ann Street, the physical plant is the headquarters that houses the infrastructure that is absolutely necessary to the function of everyday activities on Eastern Michigan University's extensive grounds. If you pay attention, it is easy to notice everything that the physical plant crew provides for the student body and staff. The main campus is over 550 acres, and there is a lot to be done to maintain it. The to-do list of the physical plant team is extensive. Chris Grant is a grounds zone and recycling manager. Chris and his team start their days at 5 a.m., long before students and staff arrive. An obvious example of their work is the signage posted all over the university grounds. Each sign is procured, placed, and maintained by the physical plant crew. When a new sign is needed somewhere, the grounds crew from the physical plant will be the ones to install it. Along with signage, they are responsible for just about everything in our physical environment. Every blade of grass must be mowed. Every single tree and shrub must be trimmed, and miles of irrigation network must be maintained. The seasonal chores are constantly revolving. The summer brings multitudes of landscaping duties. In the fall, there are mounds of leaves to be collected and disposed of. In the winter, the snow must be plowed from not only the streets and parking lots, but from all of the sidewalks as well. Every walkway must be cleared and made safe for pedestrians. This includes distributing literally tons of salt and de-icing solutions. Once the cool weather moves out and the snow starts to melt, the grounds crew starts to prepare for some of the dirtiest jobs they are faced with all year round. Under the huge piles of snow are piles of trash. 12 full-time crew members regularly walk the campus grounds picking up the litter that has carelessly been discarded and blown around campus throughout the entire winter season. This is a job that exhausts a lot of time and effort. Trash that is collected from campus buildings are put into larger containers located in strategic places on Eastern's grounds. Some of the larger buildings have compactors that compress the trash materials to allow for a longer duration between emptying the large containers. The compactors are located at the physical plant, McKinney Hall, Pray Herald, and the Student Center. These 3 student buildings generate the most amount of waste. The 5-ton dumpster at the Student Center must be emptied once a week. Where there are people, there will be trash. While the collection of trash is an enormous responsibility that falls on the grounds crew, the process of separating the recycling is done by student volunteers. The property of the physical plant has facilities to recycle tires, different types of metal, printer ink, light bulbs, and even old computers. Most of the regular recycling matter is collected in bins that are sprinkled all over campus. Students are encouraged to recycle materials whenever possible. A plastic bottle thrown in the trash will cost a lot more to haul to a landfill than it would to have it recycled. The physical plant team facilitates the 3 main recycle stations on campus. One is at McKinney Hall, one at the Student Center, and the third is on the west side of campus within the Cornell apartment community. The recycling program is an important service that the physical plant crew provides for the entire student body and staff. One job that stands to be the toughest for the crew is the nitty-gritty process of maintaining the miles of road and acres of parking lots. It is a colossal and very dirty job. In the early spring, as thawing temperatures during the day fall to freezing temperatures at night, the expanding and contracting of the earth shifts the concrete, making for the perfect recipe for potholes and other road destruction. Michigan drivers sustain anywhere from $150 to $300 each year in damages to their vehicles from poor road conditions. When your car hits a jarring, deep pothole, it can sustain wheel rim damage, a tire puncture, premature wear on your shocks and struts, suspension damage, broken components, steering system misalignment, and even damage to the exhaust or engine. These monster potholes can cause major safety concerns for drivers and pedestrians. It is important to patch them so vehicles on the road don't have to swerve to avoid them. Permanent repairs to roads and parking lots are expensive, and funds must be fought for to budget for resurfacing. These kinds of repairs are made in the summer months, but in the spring, when the ground is constantly fluctuating in temperature, the crew uses a temporary fix called cold patch. Just as dawn breaks, a crew of 3 physical plant members set out as the EMU cold patching team. 2 shovel the aggregate as 1 drives the truck. Preparation begins the day before by hauling a load and storing the truck with a bed full of cold patch asphalt inside the garage. It's smelly, it's dirty, and it reeks of back-breaking work for the next day. Asphalt cold patch is used for repairing potholes and cracks, and the repaired area is immediately ready for use. Cold patch consists of mineral aggregate and bituminous binder. The material fills the imperfections of the road and solidifies. It's soft and sticky at first, but quickly hardens after application depending on environmental factors like temperature and humidity. Cold patch can be applied directly to the potholes even if they have standing water. Once the cold patch is lifted out of the truck and hits the pavement, it is spread out and compacted. 1 or 2 additional layers may be needed for the deeper holes. On the large patches, the packing process includes the truck backing over the pothole a few times. If you've ever driven over cold patch before it's hardened, you've heard that familiar spray of gravel-like substance being kicked up in your wheel well. It does not pose a threat to your car and won't cause any damage. Cold patch provides a temporary fix to any type of road damage. Whether it is a huge, deep, gaping pothole or just a worn-out patch of concrete from heavy traffic, cold patch can be a cost-efficient and environmentally friendly solution. Some of the more difficult areas to maintain on campus are East Circle Drive and the Rainerson Stadium parking lot due to all of the heavy traffic. This truck is only half full. There was a full 3 tons of cold patch in the bed of that truck, but it gets spread quickly over the course of 2 to 3 days. The truck bed will get filled every month or so to keep up with the never-ending potholes opening up. You'll see the physical plant crew working hard to keep your car safe from monstrous potholes. There is something to be said about a well-maintained campus. Nice curb appeal is an asset to both current and future students of Eastern Michigan University. Chris Grant and his crew at the physical plant take great pride in their work, and they aren't afraid to get dirty. They are hard-working men and women who earn an honest living doing the kinds of jobs that make civilized life possible for us all at EMU. We all take pride and pleasure in walking a campus that is so well cared for. So when you arrive safely to a fully plowed parking lot after a snowstorm, or when you're walking past the beautifully maintained flower beds by the Student Center, bear in mind the work that it takes and the hard-working people to keep Eastern Michigan University looking that way.